lost amongst this conversation that McCarthy and Rodgers have irreconcilable differences, that their relationship is broken. That's the narrative that we're seeing. This may be true-ish or not true at all. But to me, they clearly are not happy with each other, I think. That's the way it's. Is that a fair assessment to say?
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
Yes.
Lost amongst all this is McCarthy's the one that took the heat for ending, along with Ted Thompson and everybody else, the Favre era in Green Bay to hand Aaron Rodgers his opportunity. Yeah. And it seems like that's so long ago that it doesn't matter between the two men anymore. Is that a fair assessment?
No, it matters. I mean, and I talk to people all the time because you see what happens on the football field. I mean, they both competitive. They both saying stuff, hand gestures and all this, like they, really don't like each other. But Coach Mike and Aaron's relationship is like a marriage. You've been married for 15 years, and you're going to argue. You know what I mean? That's going to happen. But if your wife is cold, you're going to make sure she get a blanket. You're going to make sure she warm. If she hungry, you're going to make sure she gets some food. And that's Coach Mike and Aaron's relationship. Like, they're going to bump heads, but they love each other. I mean, you should see these dudes at practice. I mean, they cracking jokes with each other all the time. You know what I mean? Hugging each other all the time. I mean, they buddies. And Coach Mike always said controversy is good. You're supposed to disagree. You're supposed to fight. Family fights. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we love each other. We both trying to win. And I think when you see him and Aaron on the sideline and you see Aaron and him barking back at each other, they're competitive. They're trying to win. They communicate every week. They meet Aaron, Coach Mike every week together. You know what I mean? So their relationship is good. I like it. I mean, because I've been there firsthand and seen how they communicate with each other, and it's not how it seems on TV.
So it's not as bad as what it's being talked about right now.
Not at all. Not at all.
Huh. Because, Aaron doesn't – they don't even seem to be talking to each other during the game. Like, how many times did we see just and again, we're sitting at home and the narrative we get is all we see from the pictures we see on the screen. Yeah. 3 and out, 6 and out, 9 and out, whatever it is. No points, 3 points or whatever. Rodgers will just sit down and he'll grab the tablet or not, or just stand there with the helmet on and staring into space, and we're all thinking he's hating life or something.
No, that's because, I mean,
interpreted.
All my years playing, him and Coach Mike never really communicate on the field. He goes and sits down. He communicates with the quarterback coach that's on the sideline. He's going to communicate with the offensive coordinator and Coach Mike. So Coach Mike never really comes over there and asks Aaron, what are you seeing on the field? What are you trying to run? Things. No, he goes to the quarterback coach. He'll talk to the quarterback coach. Let's try to do this. Let's try to do that. Then they'll communicate on the headset to Coach Mike. And that's how it's always been. So, I mean, I'm not surprised where, he'll come off after a touchdown drive or after a 3 and out, after an interception, to come and just sit down because he's talking to the quarterback coach. That's how it's always been. And then the quarterback coach will relay the message.
So then give me the full scope from you, James Jones, because we just had Greg Jennings on yesterday.
Listen,
and Greg has a different approach as to what he thinks the Rodgers Coach Mike relationship is, as you refer to McCarthy.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I feel like it's a true marriage, man. You're going to fight sometimes. You're going to argue. But at the end of the day, when I see these guys communicate during the week and see their relationship during the week, it shows nothing that, man, I don't like this guy or I hate this guy and you know what I mean, I want this guy out of here. It shows none of that. Aaron ain't even came up to us and said, man, I don't like Mike and this and that. And I mean, he comes up and tells us a lot of stuff. Now, he may come up and say, man, we need to try to do this. Coach Mike needs to call this and do that. But their relationship, there's nothing wrong with their relationship. They're both trying to win. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, even Aaron Rodgers took a lot of heat for some of the hand gestures he gives to some of the receivers and things like that. But we know Aaron. We know he's trying to win. We're trying to win. Sometimes we'll give him back, but it's just two competitors trying to win. And like I said, if it was happening during the week at practice where I could see them not communicating, not talking to each other, Aaron over here, Coach Mike over here, but during practice they're talking 24/7, and that's who he stands next to in practice. He'll go over there to Coach Mike in practice and make sure everything's all good.
So what's wrong with this team?
They're not making plays, and it's hard to put it on the coach. I mean, you're losing by 2 points in the Rams game to a very good football team. Your defense has played a very good game. They have 24 points. You're about to get the kickoff. You fumble. That has nothing to do with the coach. It's 17-17. Aaron Jones breaks a 9-yard run. You're in the red zone in New England. You fumble. Then last week, Tramon Williams comes up. He runs up for a punt to catch it. Ball hits him. You know, Aaron Rodgers misses Devontae on a wide open throw. That has nothing to do with the coach. You know, so I like Coach McCarthy as our head coach. The Packers are just not making plays right now, and especially in crucial times of the game where you need to make plays.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.